to peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, a trend like this isn't going to please the coach or the front office. He's been a little more focused on other parts of his game, and rebounding is something he needs to put more emphasis on. And I'm sure they've talked to him about it.
So the Raptors starting five. We've got Brandon Ingram, Michael Porter out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Clayton in at the 2. And for New York, it's Brunson, DiVincenzo, Bridges, and Hart. A bunch of Wildcats out there on the floor. And it's Towns in at the center position. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front court to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
Here's Clayton. Outside Ingram. Three-pointer. Hart pulls it in. And here's New York now. The mood around the team right now on cloud 9, looking for their 13th win in a row.
Yeah, it's been impressive, and the question now is who can figure out a way to stop these guys? Each time out, they're finding ways to win in every imaginable way.
Here's Pritchard. After New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Here's Ingram, and a slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, you see all of that athleticism right there by Ingram. He can be such a force when he catches it that deep.
It's Hart on the wing. The 3 is up. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Toronto. 4-point game, and this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
And this squad bumped them out of the playoffs in the first round last year. That hurts a little bit.
DiVincenzo can't hit. Well, Tim, you hear about the move to positionless basketball. The Raptors are well equipped.
Yeah, they are loaded with athletic wings and interchangeable pieces, which gives them a high level of versatility. And there you're looking at a big forward with an elite handle, and that time Ingram created enough space off the dribble. Red hot out of the gates. Keep it rolling.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Porter, pass to Pritchard. Here's Clayton from the arc. Hart pulls it in. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Three-pointer, Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Pass to Clayton. Ingram against Bridges. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for New York. Scotty Barnes checked in for Hart. Anunoby comes in for Bridges. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Pritchard surviving the D. 6 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Toronto. New York with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Raptors trail by 8. Pass to Clayton. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block.
That is timing on the part of SGA, protecting that paint. 1:58
left to play in the first. Barnes, it's good.
They are letting those threes fly from outside. Really in a great rhythm.
Outside Ingram. Puts it up from 15. And again, Toronto, no good.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
And going back to high school in North Carolina, 4 state championships for Brandon Ingram, Tim.
Yeah, Brian, he made a name for himself early as the number 2 pick in 2016. He was an all-star and then most improved in 2020. The question is, can he get back to winning at the highest level?
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. York going with almost an entirely new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Randall comes in for Scotty Barnes. Mikal Bridges checked in for Anunoby, and Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Guys?
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for New York. Randall finds Bridges. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. And that's now 6 points for Mikal Bridges.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's the three. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And Williams punches it home.
He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
SGA passes to Hartenstein. The three ball. Gets the three ball to go. Hartenstein's got 6.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
Mikal Bridges has been on display for the Knicks. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New York?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. They've got Hayes. Hayden Watson is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Powell, and it's Williams in at the point. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the three. And again, New York with the triple.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
SGA's gone 1 for 2 from deep. Williams against Gilgeous-Alexander. Watson passes to Porter. Connects on the foul line jumper. Porter's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, so smooth from the mid-range area. Now, Porter Jr. doesn't need a lot of wiggle room to feel comfortable firing away.
And the basket by Towns.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Porter. Toronto passing it around. And here is Williams. Off target with the three. Hayes against Towns. Powell pulls it in.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
The Knicks have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
And so here is Toronto after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. And Toronto calls time here. here for New York. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Toronto. Here's a look at some stats for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Powell outside. Hayes with a screen on Brunson. Powell's shot is off.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Bridges outside. The 3 is up. And again, New York with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Hayes. Looking to win the run. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It goes on Josh Hart.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Now here's Brunson. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Ingram with the ball. Brunson defending. That one goes in. Pritchard's gotten his first basket of the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Brunson. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
And you know, he might not be the biggest guard, but Brunson has a dense frame. He has no problem going through contact.
Pritchard, the pass to Hayes. Here's Clayton. Free throw line jumper, and there's Toronto with another bucket.
Hardwood is your friend. He used it to his advantage there.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
And if you want to see how well coached a team is, just look at their efficiency on offense. That's a testament to great coaching.
Here's Clayton after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. And that one's good. Ingram.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Antetokounmpo for 3, and again New York with the triple.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Outside Porter. Pass to Ingram. There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. Here's Hayes. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hayes has got 4 points in the quarter.
Everybody appreciates that extra effort on the glass.
And Brunson, here we go. Ooh, Brunson throws it down.
Knifing to the rim with ease, Brunson attacks these open lanes with tenacity.
From the high post, and that one's good. Ingram's got 8.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Fires for 3. And so it's the New York Knicks in total control, up by 29 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. Coach, where's your team getting its confidence and energy from in that first half?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of it off our defensive stops, and then once we got into a rhythm, then we started to, just make some tough ones, which, sometimes happens when you see the ball go in.
Defense set the tone, though. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
Taking a look at the Raptors, guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
All right, let's get right into the story of the first half, and it's been the play of Mikal Bridges.
Fantastic three-point shooting from him, stretching out the defense. I had a couple of games like that myself, Shaq. It's fun, man. Believe me, Shaq, it's fun.
First of all, you don't know my real last name. It's Onilovich. If I wanted to be a three-point shooter, I would have been.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
It's Brunson, DiVincenzo, Bridges, and Hart. A bunch of Wildcats out there on the floor. And it's Towns in at the 5, down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Ingram can't get that one to fall.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
DiVincenzo finds Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission. Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
I like the way they've established their offense to start the half. 3 straight makes.
Now here's Ingram. 11 points in the game. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. For New York, they've gone 3 of 3 in this second half. For 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Clayton. Here he goes. Counted.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
For New York, they've gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Here's Brunson outside. Hits a three-pointer. Brunson's got 10.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Here's Pritchard. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
For 3, Bridges. Drills it from deep. Bridges has got 21. And great passing so often, the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. That's right. Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability unquestionably the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will either.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
Knicks lead, 74.
Pritchard against Brunson. Pass to Ware. Now Ingram. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
For 3, Bridges. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 5th assist in this one.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Now here's Porter. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Count that bucket. Porter's got his 2nd basket on the night.
Smart play there by Porter, working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Ingram. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
From downtown, and the Knicks, another three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Now here's Ingram. 17 points in the game. Out of bounds, it'll be Knicks ball. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Towns. Randall comes in for Hart. OG Anunoby's checked in for DiVincenzo. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. For three, Bridges. Drops in the three. Bridges has got 18 points now here in the second half.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Outside Porter. Lets the three fly. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's the New York Knicks, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Back to the game after this break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Powell, Michael Porter out there with Peyton Watson. Then there's Jackson Hayes, and it's Williams in at the point guard position.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. SGA passes to Barnes. Shot's good. SGA making the play. And it's 6 points for Scotty Barnes.
And when Scotty Barnes is making threes, it opens up their offense. And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Randall outside. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Randall's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Gilgeous-Alexander against Williams. Now Watson. Hayes with a screen on Randall. Hayes, shot's good.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Now a timeout called by New York.
And perfect court time for your Knicks Lakers game.
Changes here for New York. Achua's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and Mikal Bridges subbed in for Anunoby. The Raptors also with a sub. Ingram's checked in. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Bridges has got 36 points.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Here's Randall. From deep. And again, New York with the triple.
Just give him the ball. This guy is shooting lights out from deep.
Williams against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Ingram. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Ingram's got 19 points.
Well, he comes out and puts his toe in the water, and when he gets hot, he keeps his foot on the accelerator.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Williams. Powell for three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Bridges outside. Jacks up a three. Fires in the triple. Bridges has got 42 in the game.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
101-45.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Randall pulls down the board. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. Three-pointer, Bridges. And again for three.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. Here's Watson. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
From outside the arc. Good! Another from three.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. The shot by Ingram, no good. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance. Well, the score...
And again for three.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping this shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Stolen by Bridges. The three connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for 2nd in most threes in a game. Here's Watson. No good. Unable to win this run.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
For three, Bridges. And again for three.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. He can't hit that time. And Toronto has possession. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And that's an intentional foul. Now a timeout called by New York. 17 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Unique timeout here with the game pretty much settled.
Yeah, well, obviously the coach sees something he doesn't like.
First one falls for him. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Three-pointer, Bridges. Porter pulls it in. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul. Peyton Pritchard at the line. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. For three, Bridges. Good! Another from three.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Mikal Bridges.